Guys, deluded, I'm back again. Now, we know the World Cup is about to start. Russia versus Saudi Arabia soon. Not the most glamorous of games, but I'm going to watch it regardless, and I'm sure you are as well. It's transfer window as well, so there's a lot of things on top of the World Cup to be buzzing about for us football fans. We've seen our fixture list announced. Now, you guys that saw me tweet at around 7 o'clock, I said scenes when we get Manchester City. And we got Manchester City first game of the season. Talk about Unai Emery being given being eased into the Premier League life. I mean, he goes against his fellow countrymen in Pep Guardiola, defending champions at home. So I'm so sure you, myself, and you guys included, we didn't want to buck these man first game of the season, definitely. But we have to play every side twice. Let's just get it over and done with. And I mean, yes, it would have been nice, and I still would like to have a decent sequence to start the season, a good run, start as you mean to go on. Yeah, man, it's a bit peak playing City. There's no other way of putting it. Like, I want us to start well. I'm sure every team wants us to start well. We have to give Manchester City a game, and this is the perfect example and the perfect chance for the players, first game of the season, win, lose or draw, to give in a good account of themselves. Of course I want to win the first game of the season, but it's Manchester City. I'm sure most fans, if we see an improvement in that game against City, if we go toe-to-toe and then we come up short, fair enough, we see where we need to go forward a bit more. But if we see certain improvements, cool. Obviously, we'll take a point. City got a lot of players at the World Cup and things. They'll all be back. Obviously, both sets of players will not be fully fit until well into the season. So we'll see how that goes. Next, after that, we've got City at Chelsea at the Bridge, Stamford Bridge. Now, we drew there last season and things like that. And granted, definitely the last season, playing Chelsea, well, season and a half, playing Chelsea has been kind of decent for us. Back in the days when Jogba used to bully us and stuff, we're getting a couple draws here and there. Now, Chelsea are not really bullying us like that. And I'm sure Chelsea fans want to get back to that. So we'll see how that one goes. And then we've got West Ham third. Alright, cool. That's a game we should be winning, but there's no games that are easy in the Premier League. That's what a lot of fans need to stop doing. You need to stop looking at the fixture list and looking at the teams and saying, yeah, we'll be X, Y, and Z. This goes for all fans. A lot of that's true if you expect your team to win. But looking at it on paper, of course, I could look at Arsenal's games and say we're crap, but I could say we'll win this. You need to remember, certain months, injuries might happen. There's a lot of games to be played. You can't just look at a team and say, oh, it's Cardiff away. That's an easy game. There's no easy games in the Premier League. Should we be winning a game like that? Of course, but yeah. So yeah, man, it's a chance to obviously pattern up our way form and our approach in big games from the start, to be fair. Obviously, the Europa League is well worth remembering. September to October, September to December, really, it starts to kick in. Before I get into the micro of the games we're playing, there's no way around it. I've told you guys you need to look at the league in 2 to 3 stages. For me, these boys need to look at the fixture list and the teams we're playing and start how we mean to go on. They should be looking at August and thinking, all right, cool, August, we need to make it to November. No matter what, we get to November in a decent position in regards to the top 4. December is going to be a hard month for us, people. I can't remember who we're playing, but I'm sure we've got pure big games in there. And you know how it comes thick and fast, and there's other cup competitions to come into it. So you make it from August to November. December, you try and fight through that because it's a tough month for everybody. Then the end of December comes. January, you see where you are. Hopefully, we're in and amongst the top 4 in a decent position. Then from January to May, you need to go and do this thing, really. It's the last furlong, per se. April to May, probably, we could break it down further. But you get where I'm going. So, yeah, man. Key dates as well. Obviously, the 11th of August is Manchester City. We're away in our next game to Chelsea away on the 18th of August. 3rd of November, we play Liverpool at home. Spurs, we play them on the 1st of December at home. United away 3 days after that, to be fair. When last did we win at Old Trafford? 29th of December, we've got Liverpool. Oh, sorry, I meant to say 3rd of November at home versus Liverpool. 29th of December away to Liverpool. 19th of January, we're at home to Chelsea. 2nd of February, we're away to City. March the 2nd, we've got Spurs away. So we're playing at the Emirates yet again first. I mean, it's been getting predictable in regards to the fixture list. 9th of March, we welcome Manchester United. So they're the big games in the top 6 that no doubt you guys will be looking for. So let's break it further down. Obviously, August, I've spoken about it. City, Chelsea, West Ham. September, we've got Cardiff away. Ramsey, if he's still here, that's a game of sentimental value for you. Newcastle, we got our bombs handed to us when we went to Tyneside, and we dropped points from a winning position. That's the chance to pattern up. Everton at home's a game we should be winning, but they could give us problems with their new manager. Then we've got Watford at home. Watford have kind of got a number of recent seasons. We need to pattern that. September, if you're asking me, I'm looking at 9 points. Again, we should really be getting 9 points. Even more than that, we should be getting 4 points. But again, you can't just look at teams' names and say we'll bang X, Y, and Z. You get me? October, we've got Fulham away, we've got Leicester City at home, and we've got Crystal Palace away. Palace away always nervy for me personally. November, we've got Liverpool, we've got Wolves, we've got Bournemouth away. So that's 2 home games and 1 away game. December is where it gets a bit tricky for us now because we've got the games are coming thick and fast. We kick off with Spurs at home, then we go to United away, Huddersfield Town, then we've got Southampton away, which gives us a lot of bad memories. Burnley always, then after that we've got Burnley, who always give us a game. We've got Brighton away, which we lost last season. We've got Liverpool away, which it don't matter if it's home or away, Liverpool been battering us. So there's games where we need to fix up, and I hope the players, whether they're at the World Cup or on holiday, they kept an eye out and are looking at this and caring about it as much as I am to a degree. January, we've got so wait, in fact, before that, so you can see how tough August to November is, and then December you've got what? You've got we're playing Liverpool, United, and Spurs. Like, you can see why I said isolated December. Put ourselves in a good position prior. December, you focus. I'm not saying you need to go out and beat. I'd love to beat Liverpool, Spurs, and United, get 9 points off them. But it's a thing where we need to be tactical. We give ourselves a good account of ourselves. We don't drop down points, and we somehow fight and get out of that month, looking into the new year with some hope of getting top 4. Of course, I'd like to accomplish more than the top 4, but we finished 6th, so that's the immediate aim, like it was this time last year. January, we've got Fulham at home, West Ham away, Chelsea at home, and Cardiff at home. So that's a mixed bag. We've got 2 West London clubs, well, South West if you can count both of them technically. You can force it and say London derbies. That's 3 London derbies in a month essentially, and Cardiff. They're games we should be. There's 3 games there out of 4 we should really be winning, but we drew away at Hammers last season, West Ham. Fulham, we don't know what we're gonna get. We should be winning that, but yeah. Chelsea at home again goes either way. Cardiff again, they're the teams you should be getting 6 points off, but you can't write anyone off. February comes now. We kick it off with United City away. Pardon me. Then we've got another away game in Huddersfield Town. Then we welcome Southampton at home before welcoming Bournemouth at home. March is a bit of a tricky month as well, depending on where we are in the league table and how our season's going, because we've got Spurs away, then United at home, then Wolves, then Newcastle at home. April's a bit decent. Well, nah, it's tricky. We've got 3 away games in April, and that's if you go on the season, that's crunch time where you kind of see who is going to finish where sort of thing. There's 3 away games. Watford, which we lost, if I remember rightly. Leicester, which could go either way. Everton, which we almost lost, and then the second half we saved it. So April's a month I'm looking for. And then we end. Obviously, I'd love to say we're going to be in Europa League final, FA Cup final, and all these things. But assuming we're sadly not in them things, we then conclude the campaign with Brighton at home and then Burnley away. So yeah, away game. Burnley are a tough team to beat. Of course, that's going to be a tough game. But yeah, man, I mean, the fixture list hasn't been kind to us. Like I said, people, I look at it, August to November, you've got to make it through that. Then you look at November the 30th going into December and you think, boys, every training session is like a cup final now. Every game's a cup final, because if we're going to get top 4, we need to pattern up away from home and we need to take points off the big teams. 2 things which we didn't do last year in regards to our away form and beating big teams. There's a lot of games here. December period is going to be the make or break. That is the make or break. That's the time where you don't want to play a lot of games. A lot of people there's going to be injuries. There's going to be game after game with all the other competitions that we have to play, where people just want to deal with Christmas and stuff. And this where we're going to separate the men from the boys essentially throughout this pack, and we're going to really see how close Emery has to getting these boys thinking his way, sort of thing, because it's been an open secret. Away form, tough month. We flatter to deceive ultimately when it comes down to it. But yeah, man, that's my thoughts in regards to the fixture list we've got. Obviously, I do believe United got a decent start. Spurs kind of tricky in their first 5 games. I believe they've got United and someone else. Weren't really helped out in that aspect. So yeah, man, Chelsea got a decent thingy as well. So yeah, no doubt, regardless of what team you support, you've seen the fixture list and whatever, innit? On that note, guys, deluded, get in a comment, subscribe and do the rest. I'm out.